Hi besties, what's up? My name is Meg. Welcome back to my channel. We have my brother and sister-in-law's dogs right now. This is Lily, and then the one that you saw stick her nose up, that was Ivy. This week's video is of us reading. So we are going to be reading the Heir of Broken Fate trilogy. So we are currently going to switch that to currently reading, and we are going to get started. I have already downloaded the books onto my Kindle. Ooh, when they give me a map, I never know what to do with them because it's like, why? I don't understand. So, but we are going to get started. Okay, so out of context quote. I don't care about the title of being the best queen. I care about the people. Oh my god, I can't read for the life of me. I don't care about the title or being the best queen. I care about people being able to live a life worth living. I know, Easton wraps an arm around my shoulder, bringing me down to lay beside him. That's why you would make a beautiful queen, Delilah, because you care. We love. Also, look at how pretty. I love the little wings. I think they're so super cute. Also, look at. Hey! Shh! Ow. Oh. Hey besties, what's up? So we are going to sunbathe while we continue with the book of Heir of Broken Fate. So we are going to continue with that. Okay, so an out of context quote. The smell of ocean and pine wood surrounds my senses as strong arms wrap around my waist, my back hitting a wall of muscle as soft lips kiss my cheek. A dark, husky voice whispers in my ear, sending tingles racing through my body. He sighs in relief. Angel. What? I'm actually really excited about this series, or this trilogy. This trilogy to me is exciting. Oh my gosh, I love this quote. So it says, I learned from the book lover herself that every story needs a good plot twist. Perfect. Executed perfectly. So we're all done outside. It was a very, very gorgeous day in order to sunbathe. It's in like the really high, low 70s, high 60s with the sun fully out and the breeze nice and cool. So if I was getting hot from the sun, the breeze was nice and it was cooling me down. Now we're gonna be meeting with my cousin here in a little bit less than an hour and a half from now. So I figured we would read more of Heir of Broken Fate, and we are currently at almost 10%. We are almost 10% in, and so I'm gonna just keep reading. .596 highlights for this one quote. It says, the gates were opened, they're watching all of us, my mother blurts. I only highlighted that part because I follow the rest of the crowd. But then it says, I frown, that's the most coherent sentence I've heard from her in months. What gates were opened, I ask. The devil's. I hold in a sign. My mother was once the very spiritual woman, praying to the moon on the lunar cycles, worshipping the gods and telling me stories about the universe. Now she rambles about it. I'm confused. Oh, her mother goes on later. It says, you must never take it off, You must never take it off, Delilah. No matter the truth they try to hide, the darkness isn't as strong as the light. I open my mouth to speak, my mouth shaking side to side as disbelief courses through me, but my mother cuts me off. In the eyes of the blind, it sparkles, whereas the one who wears it prevails. And then it says, she's not lucid. Oh my gosh, bro, something just happened and I'm literally gonna cry for her. Her name's Delilah, and I'm literally gonna bawl my eyes out. Oh, also, I just realized that I never read you the plot of Heir of Broken Fate. So we are going to currently do that. It is offered on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're a Kindle Unlimited girly like me, Love to see it. Okay, 150 years ago, the Fae race vanished, along with their magic and creatures. With the fallen Fae lands, the humans were soon to follow as corruption spread throughout their realm. Heir to the throne, Delilah Covington is forced to watch her people suffer under the sinful hands of her father, the king. While she herself suffers his cruel hand, Delilah has longed for change, her prayers going unanswered until she discovers salvation. Fae are alive. In desperation, Delilah flees her home and crosses the border in hopes that the Fae will save her people. Yet she isn't the only one who needs help. Caught in a web of lies and riddles, Delilah's only chance at hope is Nox, one of the infuriating yet frustratingly charming Fae kings. Together they'll need to unravel the many mysteries to bring freedom to both their oppressed people or damn them all. We are so hyped. So hyped. We started it today. We are now 17% of the way through. I have to leave here in about half an hour before I go meet up with my cousin. I am reading a book series for a video, and I'm loving it from the first book. I'm not even 25% of the way through. I want to get the books as trophies. I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then it's currently 11:16, and we're gonna get ready for bed, and then we are going to read our Kindle for a little bit in the dark. It's my favorite thing of all time. Okay, so I can't see you, but out of context quote, it's what other people have also highlighted, so we gotta get on the bandwagon. But it says, when I starve, your soul will scream, adding melody to the song I weave. The mermaids stop as the white-haired one swims closer, lowering her voice as if she's afraid of who might hear. I have no voice, but I have lots to teach. Your soul is my price, let me speak. Dark enchanted is my tale. So, that was my out-of-context quote. Good morning, besties. Wait, yeah. Good morning, besties. So after I had shared the one quote with you as far as like the riddles or whatever or I don't know if they were riddles or what, but I'm gonna just read all of the out of context quotes that I have highlighted because one, a lot of them I just jumped on the bandwagon for, and then two, I like some of them are pretty funny. So, as a new character was introduced, it says, my name's Nox, however I do delight in hearing you call me a cocky bastard. And then another part from that same character says, I might be an asshole, Delilah, but I'm the only asshole that can help you. And then another one is, Nox's eyes dip to my mouth as I laugh, a dazzling smile spreading across his face. It only adds to his sinful beauty. And then the last quote that I've highlighted said, the next morning I awake to find the dragon pommel sword sitting on my futon. A smile spreads across my face, my heart fluttering at Nox's kindness. I pick up the sword, cherishing the gift that honors East. And those are all of my out of context quotes. We are currently at 65% of this book, and I'm loving it. I'm literally devouring the plotline, just nom, 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 nom. Completely eating it up. Currently, we are still playing Heyday. It says that I'm approximately like 2 hours away from finishing this book, so we're really excited. So far from what I can tell is that this magic system and everything is very super easy to follow. A good majority of it follows all of the other books as far as, because they talk about Fae, so a lot of this book contains what the other books have, where it's like it talks about like the same like guidelines that all fae follow in a lot of the books. So yeah, I'm going to be buying physical copies of said books as trophies because I actually would love to like be able to like lend this book out to friends. So we are, oh, good morning. Good morning, Nuggets. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello. Today is Mother's Day. I know that in a lot of these videos, they're behind, but it's currently Mother's Day. Yes, yes, yes. This book is absolutely amazing. I 100% recommend, and I'm not even completely done with it yet. I'm so excited to complete this trilogy. We're excited. We're super excited. Can you tell we're excited? Hi besties, so like I said, today is Mother's Day, so this is the Mother's Day fit. It's super cute, and I even did my makeup. It feels super weird to wear makeup. Like, I literally cannot comprehend this. So we just got home from church. We are going out to this place where we're meeting my brother and sister-in-law and then my sister-in-law's family for our Mother's Day lunch. Obviously, we're gonna be reading Heir of Broken Fate on the way out to the place. Hi besties. So we finished Heir of Broken Fate. Hang on, let me take out my contacts. I dropped it! Anyways, besties, so we ate food. We celebrated Mother's Day. So basically, my final thoughts on Heir of Broken Fate was it was so good. I gave it a 4.75 out of 5 stars for the fact that I was hooked from the very beginning. And I loved and enjoyed my time with those characters. I luckily had downloaded the second and third book from Kindle Unlimited immediately last night when I started Heir of Broken Fate. Okay, I think we are going to get back into reading. So. We are currently at 62% of the second book, and I'm still devouring this book. I'm literally devouring it. Genuinely, I'm enjoying it so much that I don't even want to stop and update you about it, because I just want to know what happens. Hi besties, good morning. So I stayed up late last night reading. I think I stayed up till like 12:30, and I got up to 97%. The plot twist that happened, I stopped in the middle of a chapter because I was like, I don't want to read anymore. I was like, I'm hurt, I'm broken because of this plot twist. I cannot believe what our girl Miss Mads Rafferty has done to Delilah, and it hurts. It really truly hurts. I'm shocked. I'm bewildered. I have absolutely no words, and I'm so happy and so thankful that this is a completed trilogy, because if it wasn't, I don't know how I would survive. I genuinely do not understand. I can't. I really can't. And I don't know how else to go on from this series. Like, just everything about it, just, I know that I have to finish the rest of this book in order to move on with our life, aka moving on to the next book. But I don't know how I'm going to work up the courage, up the strength to learn more about what is to happen to Delilah and Knox. and the rest of their story. So last night when everything was like going on super I was having lots of anxiety for my characters, and my watch, I don't know if you are aware, but the Apple Watch will tell you if like your resting heart rate reaches above 120. And because I was having so much anxiety over what was going to happen with my characters, that I probably got that alert like 8 times last night. I can't, bro. I really can't. That's our update for Heir of Broken Kingdom. Once again, I am so in love with the fact that it is a completed trilogy, because if it were not, I don't know what I would do. Not gonna lie, I forgot that you were here. I was so caught up with my farm. So we are back. We went for a walk and we decided to start First Time Caller. And we decided to start First Time Caller because I was tired of listening to music. I've kind of had irritation with it. So that's obviously not what this video is about, but I also wanted to see what the hype was about. But we are going to finish reading Heir of Broken Kingdom because we are at 97%. So we're so scared right now. We stopped in the middle of a freaking chapter. We never do that. So we are going to get comfortable and finish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I literally can't. I can't. Literally, I wrote a review and it says, but like the ending plot twist, I can't. I'm grieving. Now we have one more book to go. Oh my gosh. And on to the third book we go. Heir of Broken Souls. Oh my gosh, I love this. Don't be sarcastic, it doesn't look good on you. I thought that was part of the charm that made you fall for me. That and your confidence? Do tell me, how does it feel to be so full of yourself? I can't. I love this. It says, I will leave a path of destruction until the day it leads me to him. Then the true torture can begin. Love! So I just got back from all of my appointments and we are going to continue Heir of Broken Souls. Bam! Also, I have a bobblehead in my car that I put a cowboy hat on, and I pulled the cowboy hat off the other day, and so I was gluing the hat back on, and a lot of glue got on my fingers, so I have a lot of super glue everywhere, and so I went to grab like toilet paper, and all of a sudden my thumb started burning, because I guess that's what it does when it starts bonding together, is that it heats up in order for it to bond together. So I have the smallest burn ever. It's that little white dot, the little white dot right there. The absolute smallest burn is giving me the most absolute discomfort right now. We are not enjoying. That's fun. All right, off to reading. Ooh, maybe we'll put on like a fantasy scene on the TV. We finally have something to kill them with, and it just so happens to be the love of my life. I can't. Literally this book. Oh my god. I can't. I literally cannot. Where's my good scream? No. Nope. Still can't do it. I don't know. I guess it comes in waves. I literally can't. Oh my gosh. I can't. Okay. Okay, besties. We got all dressed up in our jammies. We're gonna take off our glasses. We're gonna turn back on the ambiance. And we are going to get back with Heir of Broken Souls. We are crying. We are absolutely crying. I can't. I literally can't. Oh my gosh. So it is currently midnight and I'm exhausted. I think we're gonna go to bed. We are progress report. We are at 69% in chapter 51. So I, once again, am loving this series. This series might be like one of my favorites. I don't necessarily know like where about in my favorites it would be, but it's definitely there. We're gonna go to bed because we're tired. Good morning, besties. What is up? So we got pretty far yesterday with Heir of Broken Souls, and now today I already had my appointment with my doctor. We can check that off the little schedule, and then we are going to be taking Miss Nugget to the VET office, and then afterwards we're gonna go to Target because today is Tuesday and I'm not sure if we have any books that are being released today. And then also we are going to be going to Hobby Lobby because I need some stickers for my reading journal videos. So yeah, that is our plan for today. And then as soon as we get home from Hobby Lobby and everything, we shall continue with Heir of Broken Souls. We're excited. We're getting so close to finishing this trilogy, and I kid you not, I am loving every little bit of it. It feels very much like ACOTAR. However, with ACOTAR, where it kind of like draws things out, the Heir of Broken Fate series actually like is more direct and to the point, and it gets there fast. So we love it all. So yeah, I'll update you in a little bit. Hi besties. So I don't remember if I told you where I left off last night, but we are currently at 69%, so we are going to try and finish this book today because I really want to know what happens. Okay besties, we are currently at, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Anyways, we are at 85%. I really don't know how this is going to be wrapped up. I really don't. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Ah! Oh my god, it was just a fly or something. I don't know. I hate bugs. We are currently at 92%, and I have no idea how they're gonna wrap up the entirety of the rest of the story in 8%. I'm confused. Okay, besties, I really don't think that the Heir of Broken Souls is a completed trilogy. I don't think so. I think that there's supposed to be another book. And what makes me even more upset is that this book just came out. So now I don't know when the next book is gonna come out. And I'm dying to know what happens. I'm dying to know. So, oh, man. Somebody had told me that it was a completed trilogy. Honey, it's not. I just can't. Is there supposed to be another one? Yeah, this one just got published. I really don't think that this is completed. This is making me mad. This makes me very upset. We're very upset. That's upsetting. That's so upsetting. Man, bro, come on. I thought it was a completed series. Now I'm literally like heartbroken. Oh, this is so devastating. Bro. I'm gonna be inconsolable now for a long time. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's video. Granted, it's not the ending that I wanted it to be, but nevertheless, still happened. Do all the YouTube things you know how to do, and I will see you in a bit. Bye!